Hey, y'all, Elise Smith here, and welcome to the Socially Awesome Podcast, where we empower mompreneurs to implement simple social media strategies into their businesses and elevate their online presence. I'm a mompreneur of three, an affiliate marketer, a network marketer, an influencer, a social media marketing agency owner, and your personal guru. I am here to give you tips, tricks, and tools that you need to build your social media business. Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Socially Awesome Podcast. Elise Smith here. I'm thrilled to have you here with me today. And in this episode, we are delving deep into the world of content marketing. So as we navigate the dynamic landscape of digital marketing in 2023 with only 4 months left in this year, understanding the latest trends, mastering tactics, and celebrating successes in content creation is more important than ever. You guys, your content is your storefront. And it's so important that you understand that trends can come and they can go. So you've got to stay up to date on the most relevant information for whatever platforms you're using. But it's also very important that you create content that really speaks to your audience and can be evergreen. Because if you are recreating content over and over and over tirelessly, you're going to get exhausted. You're going to get burnt out. Okay. So let's start by exploring the current content trends that are shaping the marketing game this year. So from immersive experiences to personalized content journeys, the marketing arena is buzzing with innovation. Okay. It's all about capturing your audience's attention and engaging them like never before. The rise of interactive content, quizzes, polls, augmented reality experiences, it is certainly worth noting. Okay, you cannot pass this over. But moreover than that, the thirst for personalized content continues to dominate with AI algorithms delivering tailored recommendations to users. So while you can use AI in your content creation, and I highly recommend it because it is really beneficial, especially for me for generating just ideas, most importantly, you have got to personalize it. You've got to add your own spin on it, okay? It can't just be copy paste from ChatGPT. It's got to have something tailored to your audience in it. Now, what do we need to know about crafting compelling content? So let's dig into the nitty-gritty of crafting content that resonates deeply with your target audience. How can you make your content genuinely compelling and valuable? What makes it different, right? It all starts with understanding your audience on a profound level. What is your niche? Who do you serve? What is your ideal avatar? Where does she sleep? Where does she eat? What does she buy? Where does she shop? You need to know all of those things, okay? You have to identify the pain points, the desires, aspirations, and that's going to allow you to create content that truly speaks to them. Storytelling too remains, an art worth of mastering. So make sure you can tell your story over and over and over again. And this is shown in a lot of large creators, right? Russell Brunson tells the same story over and over and over again, and people never get tired of it. You've got to learn how to do the same thing. But weaving stories that connect to your audience's emotions will help you establish that trust and that loyalty. So you still, no matter what your story is, you still need to understand their story, okay? And when it comes to formats, video content is undisputed queen. For sake of this podcast. From quick social media videos to longer form educational pieces, video has an unparalleled ability to captivate and educate. You've got to get into the video content, okay? You can no longer ignore it. Now, let's talk a little bit about success stories and showcasing those. So let's shift our focus into real-world content marketing success story. I recently spearheaded a campaign that perfectly encapsulates the power of strategic content creation. This campaign was a series around creating digital products, okay? I really went into, tackling those misconceptions in the industry and blending it with education and some humor, but it proved to be the winning formula. Those videos have quickly gained traction. I was able to get 1,000 followers on that new TikTok account in 3 days. Some people wait weeks. And if you don't have a TikTok, the magic number of 1,000 allows you to put your link so you can start to monetize that, okay? But the videos quickly gained traction and attracted a whole new audience. which was really cool for me because these were people that had not seen me on prior platforms. And, I was able to speak to them and teach them. And this was the first experience they had learning from me. This experience highlighted the potency of delivering valuable insights in an entertaining package, because one thing I did very differently was I got so excited and I came in bold and eager and ready to create content for that platform, and people could feel that energy. And I think that's what was so different about the last few pieces of content I created on my platforms was that, I felt like, man, here I am. I got to create 3 videos again today. And I was exhausted from doing it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start from scratch. And I got excited about it. And it paid off. People could feel the excitement. Okay. Now, what are some actionable takeaways from this podcast episode for you? What are some things that you need to focus on doing? So before we wrap up, let's distill our discussion into some actionable takeaways that you can take and go implement in your business right now. Because ultimately, I want these bite-sized podcasts to help you build your business online, okay? If you're aiming to elevate your content marketing strategy this year, consider these few steps. 1, start through your audience research. If you do not know your niche or your ideal avatar down to the pain points, down to, like we talked about, where do they shop? What luxury brands, or what, it doesn't even have to be luxury brands. What brands are they shopping, right? You need to know that. You need to be them for the day, right? So you've got to do the audience research, because when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. So if you're not that tokened down, you're not going to see the success you want to see. The better you know your audience, the more effectively you can cater to their needs. Experiment. Go out there and experiment with diverse content formats. Uncover what resonates most. Proven concepts, guys. This is one thing I talked about last episode, a couple episodes back, about the Master Reseller Rates course. Mine's called the Socially Awesome Cash course. And I talked about it is a proven concept. And that's where a lot of people will go out, spend all the energy, all the time creating their own course, and then they can't sell it because they don't have a proven concept of what people actually want in the marketplace. And that's why this course has been so successful, is they proved it to sell before they opened it up for other people to sell it. If you want more information about that, you can check out the show notes below. But experiment with proving your concept, micro test over and over and over again. And don't overlook the importance of data analysis, okay? Measuring your results, measuring your insights, checking your insights on all your social platforms, checking your insights on your Stand store or your Linktree or your Milkshake or whatever you're using to deliver your links to people. You need to know what works and what doesn't so you continue to refine and optimize your strategy. If you're not, then you're just shooting in the dark, okay? That's got to be done. That's got to be a ticket for you, okay? Lastly, I want to thank you for joining me today. This is so important to really nail down that content creation. And remember, as a digital landscape evolves, adapting your content strategies is paramount. If you're not continuously pivoting and adapting, you're going to be left behind. So you need to stay curious, keep experimenting, never underestimate the power of a well-crafted piece of content, okay? One last thing before I let you go, the Social Success Academy is open for enrollment. This is my group coaching program. This is where I work with you to be able to grow your business online, right? So we meet weekly. You can have a VIP experience with that one-on-one time with me. And I think it's really important that I let you know it is only open for a certain amount of time. Once it's full, it's full. So you can check that out in the show notes below as well. Get more information about that in my Stand store. You can always DM me, connect me on any of my social platforms. I'd love to chat with you. Make sure you take a screenshot of you listening to this episode so that I can give you a shout out in my stories. That is the absolute best way to grow your own platforms, is to get in front of other people's audiences. And until next time, guys, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome.
Hey, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I'm Elise Smith, your host, and let me tell you how you can get a free social media audit from me. Make sure that your profile is optimized and you're ready to build. Take a screenshot of you listening to this episode, throw it in your stories and tag me. You can find my handle in the show notes. I will share it to my entire audience, and you will be entered to win one of the 5 free audits that I'll be doing every single month. Number 2, if you found any value out of this episode or any of my episodes at all, please feel free to leave a review. It is the best compliment you can give. Lastly, make sure you check out the link to get into my free community, Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs. It's in the show notes. We go live in there weekly with guest trainings and more. Until next time, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome.